outside. Fires the three. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 18.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Curry with it. Working on AI. And the basket by Curry.
Seth Curry's game in the mid-range area continues to look better, taking advantage of all opportunities.
Now, here's AI. Guarded by Curry. And that one's good.
That boy love bakeries.
AI.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And this is a team they battled in the conference finals last season, coming up short.
Yeah, a bitter pill to swallow, too. I mean, when you face that team again, that's always, not just in the back of your head, it's in the front of your mind, too. Getting a win would be some kind of consolation.
Some changes for the Lakers. Porter's checked in for Davis. Torrey Craig comes in for LeBron. And Bradley subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Great open look there. That's now 26 points for AI.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Here's Curry, and it's blocked by Bradley. And here we go. AI heading to the hoop. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And so here is Dallas following the bucket by the Lakers. And Carter Williams slams it in.
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
AI outside from beyond the arc and then some. AI's got 29.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Carter Williams. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot for Porzingis, and that one hits back iron.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Curry. Porzingis is out there with Carter Williams, and it's Love in at the 4. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Timberwolves was terrific. He scored an incredible number of points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. And Kevin, will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust. or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Mavericks trailed by 21, and the Mavericks call time here. We've seen AI really making a difference here.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
Los Angeles with a 19-point advantage. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from AI.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. AI is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Over the years, his catch-and-shoot jumper has gotten so much better. You can tell LeBron's really worked on that part of his game.
Down low. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 17.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And it's AI missing. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Lakers leading by 18. AI outside. Good, another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Osman, the pass to Doncic. Lays it up and banks it in. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
AI outside. From deep 3-point range, it's hauled in by Porzingis.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
A quick look, no good that time. LA has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. He was all alone on that one. AI has got 40 points.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Passes to Doncic. Fades and shoots. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. And the Mavericks call time here. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this here at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. It's stolen by Carter Williams.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
The Mavericks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's AI, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Dallas has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. 1:22 left to play in the third. Pass to Curry. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Outstanding focus from Seth Curry. Nice job there of staying in control of his shot, even with the contact.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Thornwell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Lakers leading by 23. AI outside from the arc. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
The pass to Capella. Dallas moving the ball around. To the inside. Carter Williams. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Thornwell kicks to AI. From deep. Rebounded by Capella for Dallas. They've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. A floater, and he lays it up and in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. AI outside. In the corner, Bradley with it. AI outside. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Carter Williams, and he can't bank that one in. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Michael Carter Williams is out there with Curry. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Porzingis in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. AI with the bucket.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Dallas calls timeout. And last season we saw the NBA All-Star Game introduce the Elam ending, a target score, Greg, to end the game.
Don't worry, Aaron. I'm gonna get lit on your side of YouTube. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get there. Give me some time, bro. I'm here.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. High arcing shot. That one goes in.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, but just the second turnover of the game. I mean, overall, pretty meticulous offensively.
Yeah, I like what they're doing here, and that's really what it's all about. When you don't beat yourself, you become hard to beat.
A tremendous Mobile One block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Well, this is who Doncic is. This is what we've seen from him. A scorer who can take over games easily.
Here's Brunson. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
That kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's AI. It's good from long range. AI's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Here's Doncic. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Taking exactly what the defense gives him. Doncic exploiting whatever he sees out there. Does a nice job seeing the game.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least it feels like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. Here's Porzingis, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for AI.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porter's checked in for Clint Capella. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Porzingis. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. And Farrell subbed in for Jalen Brunson. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Osman, guarded by Marjanovic. They get the rebound. Porter, no luck. AI outside. From deep three-point range, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Always a threat. Three-point land that time was seriously expanded.
Farrell looking around, so it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, That's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.
Music is in the 2K21 soundtrack, and Zion Williamson chose your track, What's Poppin', to reveal his next-gen cover. I think everyone who plays 2K is familiar with your music. So, welcome to 2K TV. We are so excited to have you on.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. I'm thrilled to be here. I grew up playing endless 2K, so I'm happy.
Well, you're a New Balance fan and an ambassador. What's your first...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're the land of the free and the home of...
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And Van Vliet out there with AI. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
AI outside. From deep. And another 3 for the Lakers. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Allen against Van Vliet. Allen's shot is off. LA's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And a wide open look for AI. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
He is in a zone right now. Every 3 he puts up seems to be going down.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Allen kicks to Jackson. Morant outside. 6 to shoot. Back to Jackson. Over Davis. Jackson misses.
Oh, you expect him to make those. They got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
AI outside. From past the arc. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A wildly unpredictable player. Anderson is skilled at drawing the D in and then making him get overly assertive.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
This is not an area where they expect him to contribute. He's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Anderson.
I mean, and you start with Anderson. What you see is what you get. A smart, unselfish player who leans into his strengths.
AI outside. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And in this matchup, last season, not one of the games went their way.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Shoots. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. AI's got 11 points.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Pass closer in, Morant finding a way to score. He has fantastic touch around the 10.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And a lot of it is moving without the ball. When you do that, things tend to open up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Clark comes in for Jaren Jackson. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And Jones subbed in for Allen.
And judging Morant's game early on, I've heard a few people with Allen Iverson comparisons.
Well, put me in that number as well. That's going to be tough to fill up, but it just means he has the potential, the quickness, the athletic ability, the IQ, the handles. They're both lightning fast, slight builds, and both tough. When you see the explosive ability to get to the rim and finish, I'm going to ask my boy AI what he thinks about the young job.
And Davis sends it back.
And you see how the Browns led the league in swats. Not only the wingspan, but the awareness.
Jones, no one around him. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Jones has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Memphis. Lakers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. From deep three-point range, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting stronger.
And he gets the bucket. Jones has got 8.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Lakers leading by 3. AI outside. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Holmes. Memphis has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And Davis sends it back, and he's able to get it back. 7-second difference, shot and game clock, and the basket by Jones.
He's not easing his way into this game. He's coming out hot, 4 for 5 right out the gate.
AI up top, defended by Jones. Here's AI, and he's good on the 3-ball. AI's got 20 points.
Oh, that's just a terrific night for him from the floor, making almost everything he looks at.
And the shot is good.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Lakers ahead, leading by just 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated, seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
Tyus Jones out there with John Morant. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Brooks. And it's Holmes in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Mavericks was phenomenal. He picked up 67 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. You know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
It's all about getting into a comfort zone early. When he does that, he can be very difficult to contain the rest of the way.
This one for three, and again it's the Lakers from deep. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Team swap here for the Lakers. 1:14 left in the first half of basketball. And it's Davis with the ball for Los Angeles. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them.
Oh, the timing on the play is exceptional. Davis arrives right on cue.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Allen outside. Pass to Holmes. Over AI. Kicks it out to Allen. Passes it to Brooks. Morant with a wide open look. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Morant's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, I love watching this kid play. Morant, he's just electric at the offensive end. He's having a
And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast. Oh, look at him!
real? Morant, way up. That move was fire.
AI outside. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game. Unbelievable. Morant looking around. And there's the feed to Clark. Back to Morant. Holmes wide open. He fires. And the Grizzlies check on 2 more.
And what a pass from Morant. I mean, he does a terrific job staying alert and seeking those opportunities.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Really an incredible game from AI.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. AI is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. The pass to Allen. Memphis moving it around. Lets it fly. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Now, John Morant says in an era of 5-star recruits, he was a no-star recruit coming out of high school. And that put that big chip on his shoulder. Now he has "beneath no one" tattooed on his arm. And he says, my dad always told me that I was trained to go. Basically, that I'm built for the moment. And guys, his time is now.
Sure is, DA. Thank you. Bounce pass from Valanciunas. The 3 from Morant. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
As Morant gains consistency from range, he becomes that much more dynamic. And that's bad news for the rest of the league.
Morant comes with the double team. Morant with the steal. Jumps up. And then Morant slams it in.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Timeout called the Lakers. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's AI. Sinks the three-pointer. AI's got 38 points.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Knocked loose. LeBron with it. He's picked up by Morant. And here's the fast break. Here's AI. The three-pointer is right on target. Now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Now Allen, looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And it's good, 2 points. Valanciunas has got 9.
And that's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it, opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Here's AI. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Oh, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's got a good start.
Allen passes to Valanciunas. Allen. And Davis sends it back. And here we go. AI heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. AI's got 11 in the second half.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. The 3, and he trains the 3. Good-looking shot there from AI. AI's got 46 points. Morant, right side. To the middle, Holmes. And Davis sends it back. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
But when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
Morant dishes to Jones. 5 on the clock. Now here's Morant. He's covered closely.
Scooting up and reaching on me. Don't ever like getting that. Man, you know? Dude is such a spammer, bro. I ain't gonna lie, he did not let me pass that. Bro, oh my gosh, bro, the way y'all play is so fun.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn it.
Here's AI, and good! There's another. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. Jones kicks to Morant. Back to Jones. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Clark, he's checked in for Jackson. On the wing, Jones. Shot clock at 6. Here's Holmes. And here's Brooks from outside. The Grizzlies with another miss. Lakers leading by 13. 7-second difference. Shot in the game clock. Here's AI. Hope they get it back. Another shot. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, again, just a lackluster transition defense.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And that time, also a missed shot. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. We'll return shortly.
Get off my court. No, I can't break somebody's ankles that span the whole game.
And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Yeah, we got to get down and get engaged until the end.
Grizzlies making a change here. Allen's checked in. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Marjanovic is checked in. James comes in for Torrey Craig. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Bradley. And AI is subbed in for Frank Mason. Morant now in at the guard spot. Kyle Anderson is out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Left side Anderson. Releases from 15. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game. Lakers leading by 17. AI outside. From deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Morant. Back to Allen. Morant outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. LA has gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Here's AI. And yep, another basket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Oh, you saying like
Morant, right side.
Let's see it drip.
Brings it up off the glass. Morant's got 11 points here in just the second half.
You could do that every time up the floor. Put Morant in the pick and roll and just let him go to work.
86 or 87, so you think you got yourself. Good looking out, Jace.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Good on the three-point shot. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Allen kicks to Clark. Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or Katie in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for AI.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
Bro, like, what are you doing, bro?
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. The Lakers also making some changes. Kaycox checked in, and Thornwell subbed in for James.
What the world, bro?
44 seconds left in the game. Now, here's McConnell. He's guarded by AI.
What are you talking about? How am I scared to play calm?
Now, here's McConnell. And the rejection by Marjanovic.
And actually sweating, right?
Another one goes. Incredible.
Team in right,
And that's 70.
See the PS5 calling you. You think so? Yeah, that's the
He's unbelievable.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. McConnell passes to Waiters.
The three-point line, man.
Back to McConnell. Shot to stop the run. He lays it in.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
I should have passed the tape.
Here's AI. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping him from outside.
Y'all got to guard y'all
Feeling
fans,
confident in that three-point shot.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Y'all so butt, bro. Let me see you get up before I'm off this, but I'm gonna try to hit a green real quick. Maybe do to stop playing up on me. Ew. Hello. So okay, legs, let's go. We hit it. I mean, it's better than I'm saying. Why you on 20? Like, nah, but that's what I'm saying, bro. I can't be on 20. So which feel better, flick shot or two-way?
What would you say your favorite New Balance shoes are to wear?
Oh my God, bro!
I think it's one of the best players in history. It's just a classic look.
And we are hearing that they are coming to 2K soon.
Yeah, I read about that.
He's finna reach on me again. Watch.
2K heavy.
Do you play 2K?
Oh yeah. I mean, I just do play now, but growing up, I used to. The season mode.
So let's say you're building your My Player. What type of NBA player would you be?
I'm more of a 6'9" rebound.
Target standing there looking weird. Man, my point percentage is 85. That's what's up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
New color extend brown lights for all brunettes. It helps eliminate brass for cool salon.
An aerial view of the many buildings making up the skyline of beautiful Houston, Texas. Our broadcast setting tonight. Thanks. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. AI is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 down low. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Gordon out there with Robert Covington. And it's Howard in at the 5. Kenny, with all the switching now defensively, it's so valuable to have a big man who can pass out of those double teams and make plays for other guys.
Giannis, number 1. Jokic, number 2. LeBron is obviously number 1A. Big guy who can pass because, we forget that he's 6'9", 6'10".
And don't forget about Embiid as a true center. He's a good enough passer. Their problem is they just don't space the floor as well as they need to. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Rockets. He's actually more concerned with Anthony Davis's defense than anything. Coach said he covers as much ground as any big in the league. Plus, he has the length and instincts to affect shots anywhere on the floor. So they're going to have to try to move the ball away from him. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And with the game of basketball going global, guys, Kenny, we've seen it. It's no longer a cakewalk for a U.S. team to go in those international tournaments and just check the box. They got to compete, and they're going to face some terrific players.
Yeah, well, back in '92 when the Dream Team was formed, it woke the world up. It allowed them to see what basketball at its best looked like. And so now we can imitate that, or we can emulate it, or we can find out who got those guys that good.
That was the plan for the Dream Team. Basically was to go and elevate the game of basketball. And that's exactly what happened right now. We have all these great players coming in from all over the world.
And the lid comes off the basket. After 4 straight misses, they finally get one.
AI outside. And another 3 for the Lakers.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Kenny, you played in so many different kind of offensive styles and systems during your basketball career. What stands out as your favorite?
Favorite was the Rockets. So that was the in the rafters on that one. Westbrook giving the fans their money's worth.
AI outside. Rockets with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Man, that game goes down to the wire. Both teams exhausted, but only one has something left for the encore.
This is what we love about the NBA. Epic matchups almost every night. What other sport has that?
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Porter comes in for LeBron. And Bradley subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Wilson the pass to Harden. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, these two teams haven't changed that much. So I wouldn't be surprised if they run the table on them again.
And this summer, Vince Carter retiring after his 22nd NBA season. That's a record for longevity in the game. Kenny, he's closer to our age than he is to some of his teammates.
Yeah, that's amazing. A guy could do it at this level so long and really help the team instead of just be on the team. He's an incredible athlete. That dedication and willingness has just rolled over into time.
Never had to be the main guy at this stage of his career, always wanting to supplement, help, tutor, mentor, and he stayed healthy.
Stayed healthy, that's the key.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Connects from three-point range.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Teardrop shot. Clemens with the bucket. Clemson's got his second basket of the game.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just ran it over the top.
AI outside, Latrey, count it, he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Rushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
If you love analytics, this is what this is all about. They favor the 3-ball. You can pile up points in a hurry.
Here's Clemens. Porter pulls it in. Lakers leading by 17. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Stolen by Harden. One-on-one here. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And on that steal, great anticipation by Harden. That's how he gets it done at the defensive end.
Here's AI. Marjanovic kicks to AI. From deep 3-point range, that one doesn't go.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, going off the ball is something.
Giving the whole new 5 on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for Porter. James comes in for Torrey Craig. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Sindarius Thornwell. And AI is subbed in for Frank Mason. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Fred VanVleet out there with AI. And it's Panini in at the 5-star. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Grizzlies delivered a performance for the ages. He scored an amazing number of points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
And that's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
And we want to thank the Jet for giving us his thoughts. Kenny, you can stop by here anytime. That door is always open for you.
Well, the door's open, but I'm going to steal a key just in case you don't invite me back. I'm taking it right now.
Well, he'll have the key.
Yes, sir. I'm taking the key right now.
We'll tell you when to come back.
Fellow PG, we got to let him in.
Yes, sir. I want to be back.
You guards always stay together. Steve, you've had your battles against Kenny Smith when you two played, but it's always so much fun to be by his side here at the broadcast table.
Yeah, for sure. Kenny's a competitor. But more importantly, right now, he's a fantastic commentator. Great job of expressing his views on the league, and I hope we will hear from him for a long time.
Here's AI, and the rebound goes to the Rockets. And with it, picked up by VanVleet. Here's House, and Davis sends it back.
What a play by Anthony Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nope, not on my watch.
Whoa, 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 the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly, caught the defense totally off guard. Here's Westbrook. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Lakers leading by 18. AI right side. Fires for three. Nailed from three-point land. AI's got 11 points in the quarter.
He's really taken a hold of this first half and made it his. He is making all the right decisions out there.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big...
I'm sorry.
University of Phoenix is awarding up to $1 million in scholarships.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Howard in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get himself on the highlight reel.
Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same
He missed the open layup. Okay. I ain't gonna let that was a BS now. Come here. Oh my, come here. I got that vision. I do got that vision. He missed the open layup. Okay. I ain't gonna let that was a BS now. Come here. Oh my, come here. Vision. I do got that vision.
same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Timeout called the Lakers. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right. One of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
The offensive rebound, Covington, and Davis sends it back, and he recovers it.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Rockets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
That one is off.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Langston Galloway's checked in for the Rockets. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Now AI, and he's got 41. 5 to shoot. From deep. Good. Another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Rockets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Bounce pass Howard, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And we just got a... Houston shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
After going undrafted, Langston Galloway in 2015, he was named to the all-rookie second team. It's a terrific story.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them from the field. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here, looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. You've got Fred VanVleet. He's out there with AI. Davis is out there with LeBron James. And it's Kaycock in at the power forward. And here's AI. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball. And we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you could make a strong case for that. When you go back to last season, and he felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot. I think, listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
Here's Harden. Not going to go that time. And the Lakers take it the other way.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh! Let me find out my green. Y'all
what a game.
Now here's Westbrook. He's guarded by AI. Inside, here's Covington. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Add that one to LeBron's highlight reel. How about the creativity in midair?
I'm on a 5-7 playmaking shot creator, bro. Hey, I'm about to try to come out here and go crazy. Hey, but hold up, y'all boys keep that sub count. 207 yards.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. The pass to Westbrook, looking to end his cold spell, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes right now. AI outside, and good. There's another.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Harden the pass to Gordon. Westbrook with it. Working on AI. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Gordon.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Rockets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And Davis sends it back. AI outside. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
So both teams making some changes here. .143 left in the fourth. Pass to Howard. On the wing, Harden. Bobbed up there for Howard. Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for AI.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
Good, that's another bucket.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Passes it to Howard. Here's the 3. Harden's shot is off. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. AI outside. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that 3-point shot.
Harden the pass to Howard. And here's Harden for 3. That shot no good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.